Welcome to the second session of the day. We're hosting a fantastic panel discussion right now that's going to focus on startups. Joining me today, I've got two very distinguished gentlemen. Let me start with the gentleman on my left, Mr. Gokul Ganapathi. He's the co-founder and CEO of Botminds AI. He has over 15 years of experience in enterprise product development, sitting at the intersection of unstructured data and analytics. He's worked in the industry, and in 2015, he founded Botminds. He sensed a big business opportunity for the ways enterprises are handling documents and the way technology, how you can use technology to kind of extract data and actually mine that data in terms of organizational intelligence. In the current context, Botminds has got an AI platform, and enterprises are actually using that to even generate their own GPT solutions. Coming to Mathubalan Gopalan, he's the CEO, CTO, and founder of DataMoo AI. Like Gokul, even Mathu has worked in the industry for several years before taking an entrepreneurial plunge, right? And I think when we were talking earlier, you were saying that he actually started with a more service-oriented approach, and then he moved more onwards to a product. But what Mathu is really trying to do at DataMoo is to help organizations who already have existing projects integrate AI and ML capabilities. So it's really interesting what he's doing. So firstly, let me start by saying thank you. Really grateful that both of you are here today, and I'm sure it's going to be a very engaging and interesting discussion. Let me start by asking you about your personal journey. I'd love it if you could maybe take a few minutes each to kind of talk to students about your personal journey in this space.
First of all, thank you. Thanks for having me in this event. Good to see you all, students. So, talking about personal journey, as a startup founder, or this particular, startup, it's 8 years, but all along in my, right from my school days, some way or other, I'm an entrepreneur, running businesses. This is some like fourth business for me maybe, because I come from entrepreneurial hotbed, like Tirupur. How many of you know Tirupur here? Okay, great. It's a one point of time that's something like next to Mumbai, the largest foreign exchange earning city in India, kind of, So you look at next house, you will see one entrepreneur, a businessman, earning in dollars, kind of thing. So inspired by that, it's started, but it's all about adapting ourselves to where we can do bigger impact. And I studied actually physics, BSc physics in government college, and then MSc physics, gold medalist. That helps me in understanding all the ML concepts, yes. I think most of you guys are engineering students. If you're learning about algebra and calculus, don't think that's useless. People will say where you're going to apply. Believe me, we can apply in machine learning and deep learning. It's all about vector spaces and eigenvectors and eigenvalues and reducing matrices, transposing matrices. If you know that, then you can do great things. So connecting all the dots, I can say, what I learned in colleges and schools helps me. And more importantly, my co-founder is my friend from first grade. He was one of the founding member of Azure ML, Microsoft research guy. So it all happened, all things, fell in place. And now I'm running one of, an important, very, few deep tech, deep learning based AI, intelligent automation company in India. So that's the journey. I hope you got something out of it, but we'll talk about it more.
It's amazing how life has a way of coming together. Yeah, that's absolutely. Please, Mathu, over to you.
Good evening. Good evening, friends. Thanks, Amit. Thanks, Gokul. So, as Gokul said, when I started from 7th actually, the computer. From 7th standard, I used to be topper in computer. And then even in 11th and 12th, I used to bunk the English classes and everything. I used to be there in the computer lab actually. So I started with C, and then I'm from Trichy, and first generation graduate, and son of a businessman, and then first generation Srirangam, Trichy. Yeah, Trichy is the base. And from there, completed engineering in Mugombe College of Pudukkottai, then traveled to Chennai, roamed in the states for getting a job, and then later landed up into Infosys. Before that, a small startup, I worked for them in 3 years, where I learned a lot in a practical way. So everywhere, practicals were helped me in moving to the next stage. And from there, I went to Infosys, and I had a very good career there. I was there in UK for some time, and later I came back, and continuously I was studying. I used to upgrade myself. So for example, when I was in Infosys from 2012, I just started learning about machine learning and other things. So I was in a .NET developer, then migrated into this. So from 2012, I just started looking at the data visualizations, AI, ML and other thing. And 2019, as a freelancer, I want to explore the industry, how it is it, because I don't know nothing about entrepreneurship. I don't know how to run an office or anything. And 2020, I got good projects. In 2021, from one member team, we moved into 20. In the same year, 21, we incorporated DataMoo. And we did services for many fintech companies. Our clients are in US and Mumbai, Indian companies mainly. And our focus was to support MSME in India, because large players were there to support the entrepreneurs. Enterprise customers, so we want to focus MSME in India, Indian fintechs especially. And from there, we identified problems. We created one particular product, and we are stepping into product journey. Yeah, thanks.
Awesome. Every journey is unique, and what I can, really say about both of you is that your personal experiences, that you've had in life, shape you as an individual. And that's why all of us are unique, And in that sense, each of you are also very unique, and you all will go on to have very unique careers and perhaps build unique enterprises. Talking about starting up, in the world of startups, we heard of concepts like addressable target market, or target addressable market, TAM as they call it. And we heard of concepts like product market fit. So Mathu, why don't you tell us a little bit about, your take on that?
Product market fit, I can share an experience of mine. So for example, when I shifted from service to product, so first actually we did a market analysis. So what is that? So we want to create a solution for the field force. So in the existing field force employees, let's say who are all a sales rep or a marketing person, they are in the field and they have some problems. So we are able to identify the problem, and we try to search, is there any solution? And there may be solutions over there. Are there any gaps in the solution? So can we pitch into it? Can we promote it? So we did a thing, and when we started the product phase, very first how we did is like we created a simple website. We don't want to spend anything. We want to create a simple website, a landing page, see how the market reaches there. From there it goes into MEP. We go to customers, we speak them. So that is the target. So who is our target? For example, I am targeting facility management team, or I am targeting constructions team. So I am targeting some field reps who are doing KYCs. Today, loan market is a very big market. Yeah, so loan industry, especially many of the digital lending or peer-to-peer lending are running because of students actually. So that is a very big market. So they are going over there doing a KYC. So what kind of solutions they have? So this we just tried. We tried to build it. We started with 2 models. Then we converted into 8 models. Then we are adding AI into it. So the research is the main thing, and your idea is the main thing. So, and based on that, how you are going to do, what is your unique selling point? Who is your customer? So you should be prepared for that. So once you do it, then I'm sure you will get a very reasonable numbers, and even you don't want to go for any VC funding or anything, but if you can build it to your own worlds, and you can bootstrap for sure. I think I answered it.
Yes, would you like to add something, Gokul?
Yeah, of course. I mean, PMF is a word will make every startup founder to talk on and on for even days. I mean, PMF, product market fit. Okay. I'm not sure how many of you wants to do something like startup or being part of startup, but if at all, if you have an idea, Okay, then converting that into a business, viable business, is a journey. It's an arduous journey. It's not that easy. You get an idea, on the first day or first month or sometimes first year, you will, just incubate in your mind. It's an idea. You believe, yes, this can be converted as a product. I can make revenue. I can make impact. I can help, or I can make impact on thousands and or if not millions of people. That's the idea you have. Basically, that's the word product. But what is the proof, or what is the how you can say confidently, yes, it will click, right? So the achieving PMF is something like maybe I'm exaggerating, maybe like giving birth or seeing God. Okay, that's how it is. That's important, because that's it. All good after that. Whatever startup you're seeing now, right? It can be any company. Maybe they are making even revenues in millions, but it's possible they are not even achieved a PMF, because once you achieve PMF, then it is smooth sailing. Okay, so you got a product, then you have to prove for yourself and for everyone. You have to prove everyone for raising investment or to have people join your company. A lot of things you have to prove. That means you have to identify. You have to say this product is, because you have a product and you are selling in a different market. Then also you won't make money. Okay, for a product, you have to find the right market, and then you have to fit it properly. Right pricing, right sales motion. A lot of things needs to be done. So instead of saying lot, maybe people, you can, if you are interested, take the book called Lean Startup by Eric Ries. That's the book. I think it's like the go-to book. Eric Ries, Lean Startup. He is the one first started talking about the hypothesis, value hypothesis, or growth hypothesis, and how you have to run test, how to validate. Madhu talked about create a landing page. That's explained in beauty. You got an idea. Why not launch a website and promote that? How you observe how many people coming and clicking on that website, signing, trying to sign. Don't even think about creating a page to sign up. Just if they are interested by reading the page and clicking on it, that's our hypothesis you validated. Meaning there is an interest. Okay. Now let me give a page where you are asking for 10,000 rupees or 1,000 rupees. How many people paying for that? Then you send a mail saying, sorry, I'm returning back with whatever you paid 1,000 rupees, I'm returning back with 1,010 rupees. Only 10 into 100, maybe 1,000 rupees spent, but you got real validation. You go to investor and say, hey, I launched a website, I asked for registration, 100 people paid 10,000 rupees. That means there is a business. Give me money, I can build the business. That's called, identifying product market fit. A lot of such experiments you can run. Go through that book. Instead of me talking about it, you will learn a lot.
Awesome. So, rightly said, you may have a great idea, and it might be a great idea in your head, but it's really important to understand, is it really solving a need in the market? Will customers actually pay for that product or that solution? And you need to validate that. You need to test it. And only then can you go to an investor and say, I have a viable idea. I have a feasible idea. I think there is a need for it. There are people willing to pay for it. Please help me get some funds so that I can scale my business. And I'm sure many of you may have seen programs like Shark Tank. Has anyone seen Shark Tank? Yeah? So you have a lot of people coming and pitching to venture capitalists saying, this is my idea, back me. And it could be in any domain, right? It need not be just technology. So, Gokul, may I ask you, suppose as a student, you really have a feasible idea or viable idea. What are the steps that you need to take to actually get things going? How do you give birth to that idea and actually make it come alive?
Okay, that's an interesting question. So we are in an era where you can, as a one person, you can create a complete website, complete working product. You can take it to marketing. You can, create some kind of, campaigns. A lot of things you can do. Basically, from the time you got idea, that you cannot give an excuse like, hey, I need money, I need a team, or I need resources. Not need. So if you have an idea and if you validate it, and things will fall in place. For example, I just I met a senior person from Microsoft running only a program to help only the startups, very early stage startups. And he was, just before this meeting, I was meeting him in that. He was saying, if we see, real business case, we are ready to fund. How much? Like even crores, they're ready to fund. Microsoft kind of company. There are not only Microsoft, Google or Amazon or even enterprises in Chennai, in India. If the idea is truly validated, meaning you have to go with the proof, as I said, yeah, you have to go. Hey, this is the idea. I ran an experiment. I achieved. I can see that a clear business. That's the business plan. Your business plan. Don't complicate. You just write one email. Okay, this is what I did, and this is what I see as a proof, and this is my plan, and we can get. I mean, don't only think about investors. For example, you as a single person you are doing, and getting a next person as a co-founder also in a pitch. I mean, if you really got an idea where you cannot sleep, you go and meet a person, you will start about that. I mean, you will start talking about it, and you will start talking about that to your girlfriend or your boyfriend and your parents, or you will continue to do that, and certainly it will get its own logical shape, and when you are pitching itself, people will understand, okay, is it really viable or not. So you are in an era where there is no excuse. You can build things, you can launch, you can get that validated. You need support only when you want to scale. Okay, so maybe we'll talk about it later, but yeah, nothing can stop.
Awesome. So Mathu, anything that you'd like to add to that point?
Since you're talking about idea, I just want to highlight. So in few of the sessions where I meet some young talents, they even, they have some crazy ideas, but they don't know to articulate it. For example, I was sitting over there, and one of our friends over there, can you please, the person, you please. So this gentleman was talking about, can you come here please? With your permission, I'll make it quite interactive.
Sure.
So you were talking about OpenCV, and you were talking about an image analysis, right? Yeah, okay. So you had a following question of it. Sir? So you had a question, you are also preparing a question on it, right? No, fine. It's okay. Casual, ma. Don't worry. Nothing. It's just a casual thing. Yeah.
It's just a conversation.
Nothing over there. Yeah.
It's an opportunity where you can, from here you
have two experienced people from the industry who can actually help you in your journey. So don't be shy.
No problem.
Okay. One second. Stay on, brother. Okay. So his question was, what are the package I need to install for doing a computer vision or for doing a image analysis? But so here actually two things. One is, our idea is a problem finding. For example, what you are trying to approach is a solution providing, where you want to do a technical installation and give a solution on it. But what will you do with OpenCV? You know image analysis. Now with image analysis, what will you do? You right now know very much of image analysis. You know the technique of doing the image analysis. But what will you do with the image analysis? Anyone here, not only him, anyone here who do with image analysis?
I need to have a use case in mind.
Yeah, simple. Object direction. Yeah. So, what I'm trying to pitch in here is the way right now you are thinking is to provide a solution. Okay. You want to give a solution, but you are not trying to identify a real problem. So, for example, when I saw image analysis, I thought, okay, facial recognition is one of the things, and how I can fit it into the product what I'm having. So that's a problem finding. So once you think more about a problem finding, then you will have an idea, and then you will move towards that particular approach on researching that, and whatever Gokul said on moving into the other stages. That would be the key thing actually. Sorry, Flok, just saying title thing, yeah?
Maybe I can add a point here. The technology and use case, that's interesting discussion, right? You got a technology, let's say OpenCV, whatever, you got a technology, like 100 years back, you got a technology that is, instead of the horses and donkeys, you got engine. Okay, you got something suddenly, you can run a motor or something. You can run. That's a motor. It's not engine. You got a motor where I can apply. You can, apply it in, vehicle. The same motor you can apply it in some other. You have to find an use case, right? So when you identify, when you learn the technology, the moment you switch the other side of your brain and start looking for use cases, that's where the inner entrepreneur in you will get awakened. Technology, here all engineers, you all will learn a lot of technologies. How to use this technology to make life better, or to solve some business case, that's our use cases. That's when you will get that as an idea, that's we call as an idea, and then a productization, and then you're taking it to market kind of thing. So remember this, right? Technology, everyone will master, only very few people will identify a use case to apply the technology meaningful way.
That's amazing. It actually reminds me of this one distinction in knowledge, So you have explicit knowledge and tacit knowledge. Do you know the difference between the two? So tacit knowledge is what you basically, explicit knowledge is what you learn. And when you apply that knowledge, you generate tacit knowledge. So application is really important. And the more you focus on solutions, you'll be making more progress. So thanks for that, Gokul. I wanted to ask a very open question to both of you. There are a lot of people out here who may want to join a company, and there are some students who may want to have their own startups. So there's so much excitement, there's so much buzz around AI, machine learning, deep learning, and things like that. From the trends that you're seeing, are there some business opportunities that are ripe for the picking, or areas where students can consider, exploring further from the point of view of starting up?
Okay. I started my talk by saying we are in an exciting era, AI era. Today, that reminds me, today I saw a post from the co-founder of Hugging Face. How many of you know Hugging Face, a company? Great. You go and search. It's a great company. We also work with them. See, he tries to predict what happens in 2024. He wrote few things, 2, 3, 4. Yes, last line. Like the fear of loss, job loss through AI goes away because 10 million people joins Hugging Face to create some, some solution or other. In a way, yes, it's a clear marketing, thing. But right now, you see how many people writing software code in India or in Tamil Nadu itself. Every year we are, giving like few lakhs of engineers, right? Every year we are producing that many engineers coming out. Everyone is saying, I can code, I can do something, I can create. Now imagine that kind of situation will happen in next 2, 3, 4 years. Like everyone will learn to create AI models, because everyone got idea about ChatGPT, everyone gets idea about prompting, and what you can do as a prompt engineering is it's basically like a software coding. With prompt engineering you can control LLM. Using LLM you can do all the things. You can automate anything and everything in the world. That means everything you see in the world can be automated, will get automated. Whoever gets that idea, whoever gets that inner entrepreneurship awakened, where you learn technology and you see that application. If you see that through LLM app and the GPTs of the world, and you can immediately create a startup, and there are marketplaces and avenues where you can make money. And I can see that clearly in next few years. I'm sure even in this room, at least 2, 3 people will be running something as a startup using the technologies. So opportunities are like suddenly unlocked in the last 1 year, because only November 30 is the first year anniversary for GPT. ChatGPT launched just 1 year. Everything had changed. And imagine the number of people gets more and more knowledge about it, how to do it. And by the way, that's what Botminds do. We help people to create LLM apps rapidly without having to worry about technology. Just they can go and create prompts and bring LLM apps to the world. So more and more people will do, and it's easy to identify an opportunity and create a startup and make it available for others to use. So that's what I see as a future.
Awesome.
So I'll just share one of real-time story of one of my colleagues' friend. So during your college times, I think it's like 7 to 8 years back, where everybody were busy with the WhatsApp, right? So WhatsApp was being invented there at that time, and everybody was chatting and doing the WhatsApp over there. But this guy actually is like a second year in BSc Computer Science, I think. So he created a small mobile app where you can generate memes and posters for the WhatsApp. You don't believe that he is getting around $1 lakh for using the advertisement thing itself. So that's where even the students, you can create something where most of the people used to spend time in a way, but he found some small idea over there, he created an app and he did it. And as Gokul said, prompt engineer is going to be a new role. I mean, it's already a new role. Gen AI developer is a new role that has been created. Prompt engineering is a new role that has been created. So when you come out as AI engineer, data science engineer, and it will be very specific. How in doctor right now you have MD for this, that. Likewise in AI you will have a very specific role to play.
That's interesting, right? You talked about WhatsApp, right? I know a problem, right? If there are, I mean, at least people aged 50 and above, who are very, obsessed with WhatsApp messages, good morning message. How many of you getting that good morning message and, photos and images and all? One person identified, because after a time they don't have enough images in their gallery to send to the groups, right? Now they created a plugin, exactly. You describe what kind of image you want, and then that ChatGPT plugin gives that photo and he sends to all the groups. That's the business. He makes lakhs. People are making. So the technology connect with the real problem. You can always be on the lookout for that kind of opportunities. You can make. As a, like, literally, lakhs and lakhs of rupees possible.
Thank you. I think that will serve as a big, inspiration to the students who are here. And thinking back, I remember a couple of months back, we had organized a STEM event where we had done an entrepreneurship panel. And one of the panelists was saying that, actually inspiration can come to you from anywhere, So keep your ears open, keep your eyes open. Sometimes you may get inspiration from a completely different area. You might be working in the technology field, but you might get inspiration from the arts field. You might get inspiration from space. You might get inspiration from, marine sciences. You never know from what area you may get inspiration. And I also remember this really interesting discussion that I had with a very senior person from TCS. His name is Mr. Gaurav Sri Krishna. He's based in Coimbatore. And he was saying that most students, when you interact with them, they want to think of AI and ML as, I want to do coding. I want to do software programming. But actually speaking, there are a lot of software programmers out there, What you should really think is, it's not just about working in a tech firm or working with, a company that's making computer apps. Really identify what you're passionate about. For example, you might be passionate about agriculture. And there are AI and ML concepts that you can apply in that space in terms of crop irrigation, in terms of which produce you should sell in which marketplace. As a farmer, where will you get the better return for your crops? Let's assume you have two markets, one which is 20 kilometers away and one which is 30 kilometers away. But what if you could use an AI app which will tell you that today, the rice that you're selling will fetch you a better yield if you go to the market which is little further away, So depending upon what you might be passionate about, whether it's climate change, whether it is helping poor people, whether it's about solving problems like, hunger or poverty. There is also application of AI and ML that you could think about in that space. So follow your passion is what the broad theme was. So it's really interesting, and I wanted to ask you, I'm sure you would have faced some challenges in the course of your respective journey. And therefore, it's really important to have the right mindset, the right set of traits. Could you maybe tell us about what would you see as really important traits if you want to succeed as an entrepreneur?
Okay. Important traits. to succeed. I mean, perseverance. Everyone will say, okay, maybe I'm biased to that because I'm in this journey for 7 years as a founder or a startup. Because it's if you're an employee or getting salary every month, it's a different mindset. But if you are to if you are solving a problem, or you are trying to find a solution for a problem so that it can help you to launch a product and also add something, okay, after years you are also responsible for salary to people, or you have to make sure your competition is not beating you, all those stuff. It's like roller coaster ride, right? If one day morning you will be the happiest person in the world, same day night you will be the absolute worst mindset in the that's the kind of journey. It's always as a startup founder or entrepreneur you have to go through, and that means you need a kind of mentality to balance these things all out, and you have to keep your North Star always up. I mean, this is where I'm going, this is what I'm trying to. All these are all some detours. Maybe I know where I have to be, what is the destination, and maybe I have to take some detours, and I am not going to get dejected or rejected, or I will not resign. Basically, that's a perseverance is something important trait, I will say. And growth mindset, always it's not only for entrepreneurship. Always be on the lookout for learning new things, learning how to improve. That's one more thing I will say. But maybe that's important personality trait I have seen in entrepreneurs. All the great entrepreneurs I've seen, it's like they know where they are going, and they are not going to be taken off the road just because of small pitfalls. Yeah.
Thanks, Gokul. The very first thing is the level of risk you can take, and then you should have a commitment, and family support is very important. Either it's your parents or it's your wife. So that's the family support is a thing, because you are going to miss them, and you are going to do some sacrifices there. And second thing is you should have good people, like good mentors, advisors, and friends, or a core team. So these are the four main things that you should try to nurture from yourself at the college level, or when you come out from the college, or to an extent go to nowadays it is like 9 to 9, 9 to 10 job. So it is not easy to leave a job and shift over here. That is another pain, where you need to compromise many people in and around your family circles, and especially in our South India, that is going to be a big thing. So those are things, the level of risk you take, family, and then commitment, friends, and advisors. These are the key things that you need to have it in view. Thanks.
I love the way you kind of created that circle, that environment. It's so important. And I think you all covered some really good points. If I may, I'd like to just add 2 points. One was about being willing to, being flexible and adaptable. So life may throw different challenges at you as an entrepreneur. So how you adapt, and if you're flexible, that really helps. And the second is also being open to feedback and criticism. Because if you just feel that I know it all, I'm going to do it all, that will actually close you off to some important feedback and criticism which you may get from an investor, from a colleague, from a customer. So it's important to be open to that. Talking about being open.
Just I like to add a point.
Yeah, please.
Because it may sound contradictory. What I said is perseverance, then being adaptable. Okay, that the two things are important, because like you're building something, you're getting into a problem. Yes, you want to continue, but you have to do some kind of pivots. I mean, adapt. If you talk to a successful startup founders, they will talk about pivotal moments. They have to take change. For example, even the Instagram is something like different. When they started, it's a completely different application. Or you take a Facebook, it's a different application. They started for a different purpose. Okay, so you have to do that kind of changes, and then you have to continue, and then you will reach the destination. So as I said, you have to you have to maintain that sanity, you have to maintain that where you want to be, and also you have to wait for the signal, you get that signal, you have to change that. For example, we started as a document AI company, we used deep learning models, and last year, first it's completely gone. I mean, it's all about LLM. So you have to adapt quickly and use that new technologies, and then you have to build on top of it. That's important.
Thank you. That really helps.